It's time to turn your life-challenging moments into life-changing messages. Welcome to the Power Lift Stories podcast, where we are interviewing women whose stories will leave you lifted up, fired up, and fueled up with hope, courage, and inspiration. We want to thank our sponsor, Powerful Journey, who helps women tell their stories, write their books, and building a profitable brand around both. Join the Masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com. That is PHYLLISJENKINS.com. Now here's your host, Phyllis Jenkins.
Hello, everyone. We are super excited to be back today. And this is the Powerful Journey podcast, which was formerly the Power Lift Stories podcast. I am super excited to have another guest tonight who is one of our former authors, and her name is Ebony, and I'm going to go for this last name, Igbineweka. Did I do it okay?
Absolutely.
Very good. I have known Ebony for many years because she has gone through the Powerful Journey programs. She has been one of our speakers. She has traveled with us to Shreveport, Louisiana several times and spoke on stage there. But I am going to share a little bit more from her bio. Ebony was born and raised in South Louisiana, and she enjoys all things Cajun. She attended Texas A&M University in Commerce, where she graduated magna cum laude and earned her bachelor's degree in science in interdisciplinary studies. Say that real fast. She has a certification to teach early childhood through 6th grade and special education. She's certified in special education as well as English second language. Ebony has 3 wonderful children. Sarah Grace, who was one of our speakers several years ago as well. She stood on stage. I think Sarah was 15 years old when she stood on stage and shared her story. And then she has Paris Hope and her son Parker, who bring her so much joy, fun, and laughter. Ebony is passionate about motivating people to overcome life's challenges. When she's not teaching in the classroom, she is traveling to conferences as a motivational speaker. She teaches workshops on resilience. She, as I mentioned earlier, is a published author. The name of her book, which we'll be talking about tonight, is Reclaiming Me. And she enjoys sharing her stories to inspire others. Her hobbies include repurposing furniture, decorating, swing dancing, and riding motorcycles. Yep, this young woman loves to ride motorcycles and does it well. One of her favorite places to travel is the Caribbean. She loves being near water. She is most proud to start every day with every student that she teaches, making a difference in their lives. Ebony, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Well, did I leave out anything?
No, you did well, thank you.
Oh, great. Well, let's jump right into our interview. I would like for you to share the title of your book and share why you wrote the book.
So the title of my book is Reclaiming Me, My Journey from Pain to Purpose. I wrote the book to inspire others to overcome life's challenges. Because I know that God doesn't just have this this trial for me. He just knew that I was strong enough to bear it. And so he allowed me to go through it to help others. And so I wrote the book to inspire others to know that you too can overcome and reclaim and be resilient. That is not just for me, it's for everyone.
Very good. And would you share a little of your story with our audience, please?
Sure. So in my book, Reclaiming Me, I outline just my journey from pain to promise through sharing my vision that gave me a new perspective. And I share some accounts of lack and of self-worth and different things regarding betrayal and abduction and abuse. And so the story I find it to be challenging. It was challenging to share. I got a lot of deliverance myself through sharing the story or writing the story, but I will say that it is motivating. It's one of those stories that when you read it, you think, I think I can overcome as well. So that's the gist of it.
Very good. And let me just say that when Ebony traveled with us to Louisiana, and Ebony, I'm sure you will remember this, there was a man who brought your book, and he sat at the back of the room and he read your entire book in one setting. And I think he came and purchased another book, and he said he had not read a book cover to cover in years. And that just spoke volumes of what you had written, how you had shared your story in such a way that it would encourage him to pick it up, read through it, and purchase another book to share with someone else as well. So congratulations on that. Absolutely. What I would like to do now is to set the stage for our next question, which you have stood on stage at our Powerful Journey Women's Conferences. You have shared your story, and you saw women that were leaning in. They were giving you a standing ovation when you finished. But now, Ebony, the women have walked away to go to their homes, and you are beginning to walk away to go to yours. What are 3 things that you hope every woman walked away with?
Just a reminder, for one, that life is not without challenges and trials. So there will be challenges, there will be trials, but there's always R&R. Now, I don't mean R&R as in rest and relaxation, like we think most of the time, right? But although rest and relaxation is necessary, for me, the R&R is always a reminder that resilience is real. It's real and it's for everyone. So number 1, you're not without challenges. No one is. 2, remember that R&R, that resilience is real. And the third thing is that someone is inspired that they can overcome with God's ultimate hand in the situation, and with relationships with people that God puts into their life for different reasons, different times, and different seasons.
I love that. You kept it real there. So life is not without challenges. Absolutely. If you've lived more than a day, you have had some type of challenge. Resilience is real. And then inspiring. I gave one of our anthology books to a young lady last week, our Telling Our Stories Anthology Volume 1. And I saw her this past weekend, and she said to me, I read the stories in the book, and they have brought me hope. She said, I have gone through a situation where I lost hope, and I didn't know if I would get it back again. And she said, the stories brought me hope. And so Ebony's story is bringing people hope. Any of us that are sharing our stories, it's not for us. That story goes out and it becomes a lifeline for someone else who is dealing with the exact same thing that we have overcome. And that's why you will hear me say over and over again, don't take your story to the grave. Ebony, I know you have your book, so let's show your book to the audience. There it is, Reclaiming Me. Let them know how they can purchase your book.
So my book can be purchased on Amazon.com. You can just search Reclaiming Me or search my name, Ebony Igbineweka, and it will pull up for you, and it can be purchased there.
And we will have that information in the show notes so that you don't have to try to remember it all. And Ebony, how can they connect with you, whether social media or email?
You can find me on social media, Facebook, of course. And I have my Instagram, Ebony. You can find me there. You can just Google my name. You can find me on all social media platforms.
Very good. Ebony, thank you so much for coming and sharing with our Powerful Journey audience today. And let me say that Ebony's interview is in front of our live Writer's Journey community. The women are here. They are cheering her on. They're listening. They're learning, and they are writing their book. So if you are interested in writing your book, telling your story, writing your book, then look in the information in the show notes below, and you are able to come and have a 14-day trial to see if this is the community that's right for you. And we would love to have you to come and do so. Also, save the date, April 20th, 2024. Which is our Powerful Journey Women's Conference. And these are the ladies who are in our class that will be sharing their stories and launching their book signing at the conference. So we are super excited about that. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, be sure to do so, and the newsletter. You can go to my website, phyllisjenkins.com, and you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter and keep updated with everything. Thank you again for being here. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in being on the show, go to phyllisjenkins.com. You can also sign up for the Powerful Journey Masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com.